My name is Simon, and I'm the co-chair of the MISMO Decision Modeling Community of Practice, alongside with Brian Stuckey. And today in this short educational video, I want to introduce you to one of our work product in our working group called the RESPA Application Decision Date. It is available under the resource library of MISMO, so you can have a look at the white paper for yourself. But this is a short overview of that white paper that demonstrate basically how we could capture in a decision model using an international standard when for a loan the application threshold is crossed in accordance with the application threshold rules as expressed by the Real Estate Settlement Procedure Act, or RESPA. So introducing quickly our work group, the MISMO Decision Modeling Community of Practice has been around for years. You may have known it as BREW before, and we are exploring and working with different decision modeling and automation technology to see how it can better serve the MISMO membership. So let me situate a little bit the decision model that we have created by going into the MISMO life of loan. And basically the RESPA application date is under the origination here, under the underwriting process and underwrite application, when we pre-qualify the borrower, and here we have the evaluate application threshold decision model that comes into play. So we have captured this decision model using a international standard called DMN. DMN stands for Decision Model and Notation. It has been around for many years and is used in a lot of different industries across the globe, and is under the leadership of a standard group called OMG, or the Object Management Group. This group is also responsible, for instance, in software engineering for the very popular UML standard. So that's a group you probably have heard of. So this is a serious standard for capturing decision model. And here we are applying it to the MISMO meta model. And because it may be the first time you're seeing a decision model such as this one using DMN, let me guide you a little bit through what are the most common shapes used in a decision model. So this is a decision diagram, and at the top here we want to assess whether or not we have an application date. So to do that, we're going to follow the different lines coming in, and we're going to use the data coming in either other decisions or what's called input data, and I have 3 of those here. And you can already see that those are 3 MISMO containers that you're probably already familiar with. And they are defined in my model with all of their MISMO attributes. So a MISMO party has all of those, and the individual, and etc. So I have all of the MISMO attributes for those 3 containers captured in my decision model. And I can then express my logic using a expression language that's called FEEL, that stands for Friendly Enough Expression Language. So the last type of shape I want to draw your attention to is this one at the top here. That is a square with a little bit of a curve under, and that is called a knowledge source, and it allows us to capture where the information we are capturing in our decision model is coming from. So in that case, I'm linking directly to the Federal Register that has the rules and regulation for the decision I'm capturing. So basically, that says that before providing to the GFE, the loan originator will be assumed to have collected at least the following 6 items of information: the borrower name, the social security number, the gross monthly income, the property address, an estimate of the value of the property, and the amount of the mortgage loan sought. So this is exactly the decision model we're going to capture today. And this here allows me as well to link directly to the regulation. This way I can then query my models to see exactly if the regulation change, how it affects the different models that I've built, keeping complete traceability from the regulation all the way to the decision model being created. So for instance, if I want to assess if I have my borrower name, I just have to input some logic inside of this decision where I'm simply gonna access under my party, my individual, my name, full name, and I'm gonna make an assessment whether or not that was provided. And based on that, I will do that for all of my 6 inputs to end up at the end with a decision table for my application date, where I'm gonna put in the different columns, my 6 criterias, plus an existing application date that would come from the MISMO data as well, and create my rules. So my first rule is that if I have provided an application date, I'm going to use that. So it means that the criteria were met before, and I'm going to reuse that. Otherwise, if I'm meeting the criteria for the first time, I'm going to put my application date to the now function, which will tag it to the current date and time. And otherwise, basically, I will keep it unaffected. I have not yet met all 6 criteria. I may have met 1, 2, or 3 criteria, but I'm not there yet. So I will wait until I have that. So capturing your regulation using a decision model remove all gray areas around the interpretation of that regulation and makes it clear exactly how you want to assess the application date. And it also ties it in to the MISMO meta model. If you are interested in learning more about decision modeling or even automation, because this model, once captured, can also be turned into a computer service that can receive MISMO data and evaluate the application date automatically as well. Our community of practice meets every other Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll be happy to have you and answer any question you may have as to how this could benefit your organization or discuss your particular use cases.